I'm Martin. Well, I haven't done any video diaries besides this one for the last week because I've simply not been up to it. I did one, and that was the day after me and Sarah had a really bad episode. Not her fault, unfortunately the side effects had taken their toll on me and just made my symptoms far worse, and I ended up screaming and swearing at her and ended up walking out at 10 o'clock at night and going out for a very long walk, and eventually it took about an hour or so for me to calm down and for my father ringing me and my wife ringing me, constantly telling me to go home before I did anything daft. Well, went to the doctors on Friday and I am now no longer taking amitriptyline, and I'm now taking citalopram. I hope I pronounce those correctly, but as you can see the difference from my previous video diaries is immediate. I mean, I have been feeling some of the side effects. I mean, I've been feeling a bit nauseous and my teeth still feel strange now and then. But suffice to say, I kept the instructions and read them, and reading the possible side effects was highly amusing because the side effects were similar on most of these drugs, but excuse me a second whilst I just put my glasses on. Right, side effects of this particular of these SSRIs, or selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which is what I'm being used to be treated for my depression. And basically this is, such and others in their class include, this is the side effects, include difficulty sleeping. I've had a horrendous insomnia. Agitation, nervousness, dizziness, fainting or lightheaded on standing up, migraines, disturbed vision, tremor, movement disorders, fits, palpitations, difficulty passing urine, constipation, polyuria, low blood sodium, taste perversion, increased appetite, abdominal pain, flatulence, increased salivations, weight decrease, weight increase, rhinitis, allergic reactions including rash, itching and inflammation of the mouth or tongue, muscle and joint ache, liver disorder, impaired concentration. Definitely had that. That's why I can't drive anymore. Amnesia. I have had conversations with my wife and the next minute I go, what are we talking about again? And silly things like say, I've put my keys down on the table, and then I'll like think, where the hell have I put my keys? And I'll be tearing up the house trying to find my keys, and my wife will just pick them up from the table and say, here they are. Reduced sexual performance, impotence, ejaculation failure, female anorgasmia, fatigue and suicide attempt. Great, just what I need. I've been feeling fairly suicidal as it is. I don't need to read any of the side effects. Also, let your doctor know if you continue to have any other symptoms associated with your depression. Which I did, that's why we switched the medication. Okay. This might include hallucinations, anxiety, mania, or confusion. Well, I've had most of those. And if you've seen the other posts I've done, I've had quite a few of those. Well, suffice to say, I've been signed off again for another month, which I'm not too happy about, but I look at it this way. If I continued working and any of these side effects, which I've had a few of, happen whilst I'm driving, and then the next thing I know, I crash a bus, I drive into another car, I run into a pedestrian, I kill someone, and I haven't adhered to this, then more fool I. I've been involved in mind, as you've probably noted at the end of the videos, and I'm getting some counselling about that. I've also had a referral for more evaluation about my mental condition, and hopefully we can get this depression, this mania, this whatever the hell is wrong with me, get it under control and get my life back in order. I mean, the next week is going to be difficult because basically me and my wife Sarah are swapping places. I am for the next month going to become a home dad, and Sarah is going to become the breadwinner. Now, we don't know if this is going to become a permanent arrangement or if it's going to stay a temporary arrangement. I mean, to be honest, I could probably look at this as an opportunity. An opportunity for me to finally pick myself up, dust myself off, and think about maybe going to college and finally doing something which I've wanted to do. And what I'd love to do is either build on my radio experience from what I got in the forces, or go into audio video work. You know, I've always wanted to become a cameraman, and that's why I do this. But we shall see. I mean, tomorrow morning we've got to get up and make sure everybody's ready. I've got the challenge of getting the boys to school on time, then picking them up for lunch, dropping them off for nursery, making sure dinner's cooked, you know, all the things that we take for granted that, you know, the homemaker does. And besides the task of keeping the house clean, doing the washing, and all the stuff in between. It's going to be an interesting challenge. I mean, hell, by the end of the month I might be screaming, please let me go back to work, please. But we shall see. Well, hopefully the next week will be far better than the last 2 weeks, because the last 2 weeks have been horrendous. Hopefully I'm not going to go to too dark a place. Well, I'm going to sign off now. Take care and good night.